We could talk about your favorite movie that did not win the Oscar. Either for Best Picture, for Best Animated Feature, didn't get a nomination. You can do whatever you want.
Interesting.
Shall we do the names first?
All right, but I already have one. But yes, roll the dice.
Okay, but roll that dice. We're talking about the movie, not the director, not the actor, just like the movie itself. Travis is going first.
Woo-wee.
From second on the spot to where going first. Let's see.
Wow.
For the love of God, you better not take mine this time.
God, I'm so sorry, Mizu, but I'm going second.
I went last time.
Hey,
so
from winning to last. But hey, you won last time, so let's go. So Travis, what is that movie that didn't win the award you thought it was gonna win, or well, the movie that didn't win the Oscar that you wanted it to?
Encanto for best original score.
Whoa, okay.
And look, you made great points, Jose. I love the points.
I get it.
You made,
I get it.
It was the most played song that Disney ever put out. Come on, you gotta give it to everybody. Knows we're not talking about Bruno. It should just be, in my opinion, right? It should just be an automatic win for that category.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm still waiting for a Bruno diss track. The one thing I was upset about Encanto is that Bruno didn't get his own song. I just want to hear what he had to say about the whole ordeal. And another thing I was gonna say is, I've never heard so many remixes of a song. We don't talk about Bruno, because if you go on TikTok did its magic, and there's literally so many remixes to We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Too many.
It's insane.
Wow. Telling you guys.
I feel like, so I have two. I double checked to make sure that these two are the ones that I actually wanted to. I have two picks, but I have to choose. And I kind of get a feeling of which one is better, but as a pick. But I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with The Social Network.
Oh, thank God.
The Social Network did not win Best Picture.
Really?
Where the King's Speech won.
I've seen that movie too.
And while I do like the King's Speech, The Social Network is a great reflection of how the biggest change in our recent history happened, which was the advent of social media. It's changed absolutely everything. In terms of influence, in terms of the story itself, how it took this Harvard dropout into being one of the most powerful and influential figures in human history. Because if you think about it, Mr. Zuckerberg owns a lot of your data. His companies know you better than you know yourself. And that extends to the other companies like YouTube, TikTok, social media in general. Really became a huge, massive thing. Really, thanks to Facebook. That was the first big one that went on a global scale. Everybody on the planet knows exactly what Facebook is and what it's for, right? And it's changed how we consume news. And the movie itself is a great portrayal of it, right? So David Fincher did an amazing job. Jesse Eisenberg did an amazing job as Mark Zuckerberg. I'm gonna go with the Social Network. I was gonna go with another one, but I'm gonna take the Social Network.
And before anybody of an older generation gets mad, look, understand, MySpace did its thing, but
that's
at
true.
the same time, we gotta recognize that Facebook really took it off.
MSN Messenger was a big thing. AOL Messenger, bro, that was a thing too. I remember all of those.
Yeah, wow.
LimeWire, I gave my computer so many viruses, bro, because of LimeWire. For legal purposes, that was in my computer, and it wasn't me. For legal purposes, using LimeWire or Napster. Mizu, go.
So the that's good. I'm so happy because I really thought y'all were gonna take my movie for a second. And so, with that being said, those are two good movies that definitely been snubbed. But I feel like there was one in particular that has been snubbed, and to the point where they almost made a whole category for it. And that is my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, one of the best superhero films in my opinion, Black Panther. Black Panther got nominated for Best Picture, which is huge, especially as a superhero film. Granted, yes, we got The Dark Knight, but like MCU wise, this was big. And to the point where, like I said earlier in the pod, they were going to make a whole category, a whole new category just to appease people. And that didn't work because like, no, you're snubbing it still. We want it to get the gold. And Black Panther was good on many levels. Not only was it good as a movie, it was good as a superhero movie. It was in a cultural event in itself. When Black Panther was announced, everybody and their mother was on that train. Everybody went out and cosplayed, and people who never even cosplayed before cosplayed. Yeah. To the point where at the time me and my wife were dating, and she worked at a movie theater. She would talked about how they had to make a rule at some point because there were so many like people who are cosplaying and coming in like that in the movie theater that it just got crazy. Mm-hmm. And it speaks a lot. And on top of that, it's one of the few Marvel films that also felt like, in my opinion, like a Shakespearean play. It felt like Macbeth. It felt like Hamlet on what it was going on. The action, the tension, the family dynamics.
Yeah.
Everything was there in that film. And the only thing I would say that did get it could have been even better if the last fight wasn't super CGI. But even to their credit, here's the thing that people might not know is that the animators, the people who do the CGI animation, they were given a short time. Because usually it takes, I think, around 6 months to almost like a good long while, I'll say almost to a year, to build such a setting like that. And I believe that they had less than a month to do that scene.
Whoa.
Don't quote me. You can go fact check me. I'll make sure. But I know it's that they were time limited with that. And they were able to produce that with their time limitations.
Wow. Okay.
So even though it was like one of the parts that people griped about in the movie, I think one of the few only things that people griped about in the movie, the achievement on that is crazy. And plus a killer soundtrack. That soundtrack was amazing. It was plus I believe it was one of the first that they actually took a creative turn on it instead of already using licensed music. Because all the other Marvel films kind of had licensed music, especially, Guardians of the Galaxy, knowing that it's perfect for its film for the movies. But Black Panther had a soundtrack, and they got Kendrick Lamar of all people. They got
all
Kendrick
the lights,
Lamar,
SZA.
They got Anderson .Paak. They got everybody and their mother was in this soundtrack, and almost every single song in that. I still listen to the playlist to this day. It's an iconic soundtrack. For me, I would say Black Panther. Black Panther to me was the ultimate snub. Not only as the fact of, and plus on top of that, it would have been even cooler if it won because it has also a predominantly Black cast. And for years now, they have made it a point that a predominantly Black movie, what a predominantly Black cast will never win. It will never get people's attention. It will never get people's money because who wants to see a movie with an entirely Black cast that they can't relate to?
They didn't even want to put Chadwick Boseman on the international posters.
Exactly. You look at the posters on foreign films, especially like in China, they got the iconic poster of Chadwick doing this with his mask off. In some other countries, he has his mask on. Or some characters, they just didn't put them in the poster at all because of this, the negative connotation with, Black people or just generally Africans. And another cool thing about Black Panther is that they took a lot of stuff that was stereotypical about Africa and made it cool. Think about it. The language that they speak, Xhosa, the language that people have used stereotypically and derogatory about Africans. And they used that as the main language of Wakandans, and it was the coolest thing ever. It made it the coolest thing ever. Spears, another stereotypical derogatory thing that they put on Africans, like, oh, the terms that in stereotypes
Tribal, just tribal, yeah.
Exactly. And they made, first of all, in a historical standpoint, the spear is the ultimate weapon. It's better than a sword. That's a whole different conversation I could get into on my own.
That's super interesting. Yeah.
But it is a fantastic weapon, and they made it cool. The Dora Milaje, an all black female group. Everything about the film was fantastic. So I'll say Black Panther for me is my choice.
Solid choice, man. Dang.
All right, baby. That was it. That was all that we have for you today. That is it for the Stack 'em Up. You can choose for the movie that was snubbed in whatever category it was. In this case, Encanto for Best Original Score, The Social Network for Best Picture, and then Black Panther for Best Picture. Again, you can find that at my Instagram. That's going to be on my polls, on my stories, and that is at I'm Tropical Joe. You can find it as soon as we post this. You are going to be able to hear this one this week. We made sure of it. So we're back on the saddle for podcasts. We're going to be posting clips and a lot more promos throughout the week. But yeah, you can find me at I'm Tropical Joe. You can also find me at Tropical Joe on YouTube as well as Twitter. But that is all from me, Mr. Mizu. Where can they find you?
You guys can find me on TikTok as MIZUSHOGUN. Same thing with Instagram and on YouTube. And again, like Jose said, we finally got it. We finally got the audio up and running. I know that's been a thing with you guys, and y'all have been in my DMs about it for so long. And I'm here to tell you guys we did it. We got it all together and now you guys can listen to it while you drive or work out, whatever. And if you're watching this from YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell button to see more of our videos.
Amen to that. How about you, Travis? Where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok at Travis the Sibling, as well as Instagram at Travis the Sibling. And also, like Me2 said, click that bell, hit the notifications. Can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you guys so much for this special edition. We'll see you on the next one.